Alright. Okay. Y'all, this shit, when I wrote it, I wrote it as it, just happened. But it's been a little while. It's been a few weeks. So, either way, it is a fucking story and a half. Not exactly sure what I'm going to title it, but I relapsed on Meth after 3 months, did just a fuckload of meth, and tried DMT for the first time. So, yeah. How did it happen in the first place? Well, for one, I was on Vivitrol, basically the fucking Narcan implant, after they took away my Suboxone to try to manage cravings. And I mean, it worked, but it was time for it to be renewed, and I didn't get it renewed in time, and raw dog, white-knuckled sobriety, Then my partner posted a picture of them with a guy on Snap saying they had a new boyfriend. I had also managed to convince myself that I didn't need my mood stabilizers in the few days prior. So, fucking situation and a half. So, got a couple perks. 2 of them. Did them slowly over the course of the day. But apparently my tolerance hadn't gone away entirely because I did both without ODing. And I was supposed to not have a tolerance at that point. Maybe they were a weak batch, but I don't know. Well, to make sure this little bit didn't make me any kind of sick, and also just kind of pissed about the person I just started dating, I got on Grindr. And who do I find but the trans girlfriend of my old meth plug? He got sent to jail, but she was still free and smoking tons of ice, and occasionally shooting it too. So I went over, smoked some, and we just fucked each other all fucking night. Bowl after bowl of ice. She showed off all her pipes. We smoked out of each of them. She had this one that was a hot rail attached to a clear piece of piping with some tubes on it, and it tornadoed. She had a bubble made out of a broken dab rig, and I actually burned myself on that one. I'm still missing part of my fingertip. Not fingertip, part of my fucking fingerprint on my thumb from that one. She had a pipe made from a Patron bottle, and we just kept smoking more and more, cloud after cloud, and we started playing baseball. You know what baseball is? Yeah, it's where you kiss and you just keep blowing smoke back and forth. And then we fucked some more. We fucked a lot. By the morning time, we'd managed to kill a ball together, and got on Grindr together, looking for someone who we could both serve, We both sucked each other, and we were really fucking rough with each other. We both liked it rough. I mean, full-on skull fucking, And, I topped her, but I'm a switch. I prefer bottoming a lot more. So when I fucked her, I wasn't exactly experienced at it. And honestly, I think the meth made up the difference, though. Well, we couldn't find anyone that morning, so, she just kind of went to bed. I tried to wake her up for work, but she just wasn't waking up. And I think she actually lost her job because of that. But that's neither here nor there. That's not my fault. So, I went home for a few, still just fucking tweaked out of my mind, and I got hit up by an old friend, the same one from the first meth story, Garrett. Now, at this point, Garrett is clean off the ice, but he still does psychs. And he says, Brody, I got a DMT card. And he knows I ain't done DMT before. So we go and get ourselves some McDonald's, and then we go to the park, and there was this tree. It was perfect to sit down at. And it had this little, not quite cut out, but a little divot I could sit in. It had almost little arm rails, And I took a 10-second rip off that cart. Man, The grass breathed, the dirt beneath looked freaky, like it had a bunch of holes in it. And during that little trip, I felt the trans girl from earlier on my lap again. So I just closed my eyes to see what was happening there. And I saw just a bunch of triangles, super colorful, and for some reason there was this chair. Just a red plastic lawn chair floating off to the right side. Well, not much else happens. His girlfriend takes a rip, and she doesn't really say much about her trip. He takes a rip at my house after we get home on the trampoline. He doesn't say anything about it, but he gets all lovey on his girlfriend. But go home, get hit back up after he leaves, and we bought 5.5 grams together, and we immediately got on Grindr looking for someone. And we actually got someone this time, but she was too tight for him. He couldn't even get it in. So he went on to me. And if you know anything about me, you know I am a bit of a size queen. So he just fucking hours he fucked me, and she was just watching. I got tired and I wanted more ice, so I pretended to pass out on him. Not the best move there, but I mean, it worked, I guess. After that, he left. I cuddled with her. It was a great time. She sucked me a little more. Well, after a little while, I have to go home and do a thing with my fucking recovery coach. She knows absolutely none of what I just did. So I just say I just said that I had a migraine, and somehow got off with that since she hadn't seen me high before. I mean, we went to a fucking NA meeting again while I was on a meth come down, so that was interesting. And after that, we went and got some food. I got a grilled cheese on rye. It was pretty good. It was bussin', I'd say. But after all that, she took me home. I was up for probably 52, 53 hours.